Welcome to this technical training on motor reacceleration. In industrial plants like refineries, a momentary voltage dip can cause all motors to trip simultaneously. To prevent a total plant shutdown, we use a reacceleration scheme. Here we see a standard direct online or DOL starter panel. It consists of the main MCCB for short circuit protection, the KM1 contactor for switching, and the thermal overload relay to protect the motor from overcurrent. The process occurs in 3 stages. Stage 1 is normal running at nominal speed. Stage 2 occurs during a power interruption. Here, the motor begins to slow down. If power is restored within a specific window, Stage 3, reacceleration begins. Instead of a manual restart, the control system automatically re-energizes the contactor to bring the motor back to full speed.
Let's look at the power circuit. The 3-phase supply, L1, L2, and L3, flows through the 3-pole MCB. When the KM1 contactor closes, power is delivered to the motor terminals U, V, and W. The overload relay sits in series with the motor to monitor the current constantly. If the current stays too high for too long, it will break the control circuit and stop the motor.
The brain of the system is the control circuit. Rung 1 is your standard start-stop control with a seal-in contact. Rung 2 is the reacceleration logic. It monitors the undervoltage relay, labeled UV, and the main contactor status. When power returns after a dip, the UV relay contact closes, energizing the T1 on-delay timer. Once the preset time is reached, Rung 3 re-energizes the KM1 coil, restarting the motor automatically. In a large facility, we cannot restart all motors at once because the combined inrush current would trip the main incomer. This single-line diagram shows the reacceleration sequence. By setting different time delays, T1, T2, and so on each feeder, the motors restart in a staggered order, 1 through 5. This ensures the 415-volt MCC bus remains stable and prevents the undervoltage relay from tripping again. Finally, observe the current versus time graph. The blue line shows the initial high inrush during a normal start. The red line shows the reacceleration inrush. Note that because the motor is still spinning when power returns, the reacceleration inrush duration is shorter than a cold start, but the magnitude is still significant. This is why sequential timing is critical for plant stability. Understanding these circuits ensures both equipment safety and process continuity. Thank you for watching.